Yes, hello, hello, hello. Good evening, all. I am here on the 15th hour of the day. It's 5:06. I welcome each and every one of you for this lovely series, not series, but a webinar in which we will be sharing our own stories. You would love to hear it from us because you guys don't have experience about it till now. So, yeah, we are here, and I have Thomas, Sashwat, Mehak, and Nishita with their stories about their Christ life. And I know that you guys are pretty much piled up with your orientation and all. You must be like, okay, this is something like any other orientation. But no, guys, I want to bring you back. I want to say you guys that this is the place where you can ask questions, you can interact with us informally, you can do anything and everything you want here. So let's start. I request Thomas to kindly go ahead.
Okay, am I visible? My audio is fine. Everything's fine, right? Okay, so good evening
Perfectly
to
fine.
one and all present here. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Thomas Alex. I'm a second year student doing my BCom in Christ, obviously. So before I go ahead with my topic or my story or whatever, I would like to congratulate you all for making it to Christ. Because I know the pain of getting into Christ, the exams, the interview, and all the other pain. So, guys, you salute you made it. Yeah, so that's it. So now, for anyone, I know a lot of NRIs are out there. So I can relate to them a lot during my first year because I myself am an NRI and I was pretty much new to Christ, new to India, in fact, new to staying alone in Bangalore. I was pretty new to a lot of things. So I had this whole idea stuck in my head that I would be treated like an alien because this guy is not with among us. No, let him do whatever he wants. He's not going to be a part of us. Trust me, that was the whole idea. I thought I would receive the kind of treatment I would receive. Trust me, that was not how everyone treated me. Everyone was super friendly. The faculties were super chill. My friends were super chill. Even my classmates and all. Everyone was amazing. And now coming to the main part where how not to waste your first first year of first sem in Christ. Let's say since I was new in the town, I wanted to know about the place. I wanted to know about the people and especially the food. I wanted to know what Karnataka food tasted like. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, oh yeah, one more thing I want to mention is Christ has a lot of clubs. Okay, we got theater clubs, we got sports and that and this. Christ is full of clubs. So after my orientation, I'm like, you know what? I'm not joining any clubs. I'm going to explore. I'm going to explore Bangalore and everything. Trust me, guys. Trust me when I say that is the dumbest decision I ever, dumbest decision I ever made in Christ because I thought joining clubs wasn't going to be fun till I joined a club in my second sem. So, brother, trust me when I say join a club. So, yeah, my second time I joined a theater club, which is called Last Minute Productions or LMP for short. I would say, trust me, the whole perspective I had about clubs was changed. People were friendly. My seniors were like helping us with everything. You want to talk to them, you can talk to them, you can joke around with them, anything, they're up for it. And it not only helping these joining clubs will not only like they will actually bring out some hidden talent in you. I never knew I could act till I joined LMP. Trust me, they learned how taught me how to act well. So then yeah, so that is a huge mistake I made. So I would suggest you guys not doing the same mistake. And also, when I was talking to a few of my batchmates recently, they were like, you know what, bro? We made a lot of mistakes in our first year. Tell them not to do the same mistake. I would completely oppose that statement because I feel like you guys should go. I mean, it's not fun me telling you anything, right? It's more fun when you go out there, explore and stuff, and it's okay to fail. Trust me. So even if you go out there, make mistakes, you will learn something at the end of the day. So go out, explore and stuff. And about and my third sem, which is currently I'm doing, I joined this Praveen Kenneth Chair on Leadership. As short we say PKCL. So PKCL is this place where you can speak to people openly. And like from my first year itself, my first week of college, I had orientations like you. when my seniors came up to the class and they started talking to us, I was there like, you know what? I want to do that to my juniors, help them get familiar with Christ and comfortable with Christ. I always wanted to do that, and you know what? PKCL actually gave me that platform to do so. And I hope that you guys can also explore a lot of hidden talents and achieve your goals by joining clubs and PKCL. So that's it from me, and I would like to move on to Shashwat next. Shashwat, all to you, brother.
Thanks, Thomas, for that. Okay. So, hi guys. My name is Shashwat Chauhan, and I'm studying in a course known as Communications in Media, Psychology, and English. A really interesting course, but I'll not talk about that here because people get jealous. Never mind. So, I'll begin my story. So, my story is titled Staying Afloat When the First Wave Hits. It's a bit lengthy, but if you look into it, it will make sense when I tell you why I named it that. So, unlike Thomas, when I got to college, I knew everything there was to know about Christ. I even knew the names of the buildings. I knew which places to eat to, and basically, I knew what Bangalore was all about because my sister had graduated from Christ 2 years before I got there. I had been to Bangalore many times before, and I had even walked through the campus before I was a student. So I kind of knew what I was going into, and I had this like extreme level of confidence, like I got this, I'll handle it. Just show me what you got. So I was walking on air when I got there. And I think 1 week into college, that air got deflated flat, super flat. Like, to be very honest, like everything went out the window. Everything I thought that I knew this, I knew that. Turns out I actually didn't know anything. I was just an idiot. So why I thought I was an idiot was because let's leave out the study factor. I'll go straight to the club thing. See, when you come to Christ, a lot of opportunities. It's like an ocean of opportunities. It's a stolen quote. I'm sorry, but it's an ocean of opportunities because there are so many things to do. Like as Thomas said, you have theater, you have sports, you have debate societies, you have so much more. And for people who can do more than one thing, it gets really confusing what to do, what not to do. Even I got super confused. Like, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I dip my finger in too many things or something like that? But what actually happened was I didn't do anything. I went to the library, got my favorite novel, sat in my class, put on these particular headphones on, and wasted my entire first year just like that. Just sitting and sleeping, sitting and sleeping. That's it. So, uh, coming to yeah, so this was like all about my first semester. So second semester, this got like I got hit with a shock that okay, I need to do something with my life because my sister, like she verbally bashed me, ki Shashwat, what are you doing? You're in Christ. What are you doing? Go and do something about your life. So I decided to do something about my life. I joined a theater group and I did debates. I participated in competitions. Sadly, didn't win any, but never mind about that. So kind of that's how my first year went. It just went because I didn't do anything. So I would like to talk about Praveen Kenneth now because I joined. I'll use PKCL as well because when I joined PKCL, I joined it 2 months ago, like 2 months from today, because of a webinar I saw on my mail. It said the harsh reality webinar. Sounded really heavy, so I thought, why not go for it? I attended it and I got to know what PKCL was all about. And it made a lot of sense. I could relate to the harsh reality, and I knew that I was living in that harsh reality and I needed to get out of it. So I related to that webinar and I joined Praveen Kenneth Chair on Leadership. And here I am. So I feel a lot better after joining Praveen Kenneth Chair on Leadership because the leadership part, that's very important when you get to Christ because no matter who you are, no matter what course you take, you can't run away from the leadership part because you might have to lead at one point, whether it will be leading a class project or leading a team if you're good enough. It could be anything, but you have to lead no matter what you do. So might as well join a place where you can not learn, but you can actually understand what it is like to lead and know how to lead. And last point about Praveen Kenneth Chair on Leadership would be that it's a safe psychological space wherein we can talk about things we usually can't talk to with other people. Like I have certain issues that I can't talk to even to my sister because it's just like the age gap and the like a sort of weirdness creeps in. Like I can't talk to my sister or my parents or even to my friends about this about this. So here we can actually talk about such issues and even get viable results that can actually work in real life. So that's it from my side. So since we don't have a mic here, but I will pass on this virtual mic to Mehak. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Ashwat, for that. Am I audible and can you guys see me? Yeah, all cool. Okay. So thank you so much, Ash, for that. And hello, everybody. Now, I know that this is not the right way to welcome you or anything, but welcome both to your Christ life and to college life. I mean, I'm extremely excited to do this, and I'm pretty sure it's visible. But before I get started, just a little something about me. My name is Mehak Jain. I'm doing BCom Strategic Finance Honors. Long name, I know. I'm in my third year, so probably a super senior. But nonetheless, here I am to share my story. And I just hope that there's something that you take back from it. So here's my story, a story of stories. So when I first came in, I remember for the first 4 days, I used to smile at this guard bhaiya, or Chetta as you might call him. And for the first 4 days, he conveniently seems on me. Okay. And I really don't know what changed on the fifth day. Probably he gave up or something, but then he smiled back. And right there was my first victory, my own small chota kuttu victory in my own way. And that day I learned that probably the first 4 days are going to be full of struggle, and the fifth day is going to be about victory. But all those 5 days are going to be beautiful nonetheless. Now we'll talk about more about my college journey. So when I got into Christ, I was like this kid in a chocolate factory, and probably after 2.5 years, I still am. I want to try out anything and everything that's there in college. And maybe this is not the, common way to go around it, but that is how I was. So for the first 6 months, I joined every club, everything that I was even slightly interested in, right? And some days I sort of struggled with things. Other days it came easy to me, but all days I learned something. So now I have a story for you. So as I told you, I was trying my hand out at everything. And I was like, I thought that I liked dancing and I was good at it. So I was like, why not give dancing a try? I went ahead, I auditioned for 10 dance teams and I got rejected everywhere, like every single dance team, okay? And I still remember my first rejection. It was so hard. I mean, it was probably the first time I was getting rejected. But the rest 9, well, it just became an internal joke between me and my friends. And well, it didn't stop there. After, getting rejected by 10 dance teams, I had the audacity to actually participate in another dance competition, right? And it was a departmental thing. DOC people might know it later, right? And I performed a solo piece in front of 3,000 people. And I embarrassed myself, right? But nonetheless, I got into a team eventually. And to be very honest, I don't regret it today because it is one of the most beautiful memories that I have of college. Okay. And of course, there was hesitation and there was beating of hearts and all of that. But somehow the excitement of doing things was much more than that, always. And, you might ask me that as a third year, what have I achieved so far? I can tell you that from, leading a street theater team to probably getting n number of scholarships, to taking a team to Maharashtra all by myself, to sweeping and mopping floors in Christ, to having a bond with the canteen, I have done it all. Okay. But if you ask me about the number of times I have embarrassed myself or the number of times I've, messed up, it's just innumerable. Because, and that's the beauty of Christ. People here, they don't remember you for the bad things you've done or for the number of times you've embarrassed yourself, but they'll remember you for the good things you've done, for the things that you've accomplished here. That's the beauty of Christ, and trust me. And now, as a lot of you were saying, that, right now it might seem a little bit intimidating. And even I felt that. When my seniors used to talk, I used to feel like they have it all figured out. I really don't know how, but they do. Okay. And I want to tell you 2 things. One, that's a lie. Nobody has it all figured out. And second, even if you want to reach that place, just go out there and do things. Just do things. Trust me, you'll surprise yourself. I mean, if you'd asked the first year Mehak, if she would be sitting right here, orienting a bunch of juniors, she would have probably laughed at your face and walked away. Okay. But here I am, and that's a story in itself, isn't it? So all I want to say is that don't hold yourself back from anything. I mean, when I say that I've embarrassed myself, trust me, I've done that. I don't regret any of it because it used to give me a different level of adrenaline rush every time I used to do that. And something that a mentor here at PKCL says, and something that has stayed with me, he always says that there's no trying. Okay. You either do things or you don't. And if you do things, you'll either succeed or you'll fail. And guys, if you're failing, that just means that you need to take another route or find a new way out. That's it. And to just put an end to all of it, I want to say that create a story for yourself, create innumerable stories for yourself so that 2.5 years later, when you're here in my place, you have a story to tell. Make sure that it's not a linear graph, right? But it's a roller coaster ride. And as far as Praveen can chair on leadership is concerned, I can't tell you if it's the right club for you or the right organization for you because nobody can because this is your journey. You need to explore it. But all I can say is that if it gives you even 1% of what it has given to me, you'll be grateful. It is yet another opportunity knocking right on your door, and it's your responsibility to just grab it. That nobody's going to stop you here. You just need to go all out. So with that, I'd like to pass this virtual mic, as Shashwat said, to Nishita. Thank you so much and all the best for the coming 3 years.
Thank you so much, Mehak. I just loved your story. And to all you guys out there, a very warm welcome. My name is Nishita, and I'm doing second years of Masters in Chemistry. And first of all, again, I said warm welcome to you all. And I know it's going to be a long and bumpy road ahead, but make sure you have lots of fun during the journey. So, my first chapter in the book of Christ Diaries was all about finding myself. Confused, I was too when I joined Christ. And so it was a new place, a new situation, a big radical change. And of course, as human beings, we all tend to, dislike change. And I was very, very overwhelmed by all the things that's happening around me. And I'm sure it's the same for you guys. And it comes with added pressures because of the uncertainties out there, because of the crisis. So when I joined Christ, it was just like I just pressed on that new tab button which you get, and then I definitely needed buffer time. So initial few days or weeks, or to be honest, a month went into just finding my comfort zone, and to me, my immediate resort were my friends. So I had this notion that the people who I hung out with after college, who I had lunch with, and who I sat with during the lectures were my best friends, that they would be together till the end of time. They were my best buddies. They would stay with me through thick and thin. And I'm not telling it in a negative way, but I started changing myself very little day by day. And it was so subtle that I couldn't notice it. And I was always trying to be this girl who's trying to fit into something. I don't know what it was, but I was fitting into something. And I was molding myself into fitting into a puzzle or something like that. So I started, it was all fun. And I started going to activities, joining extracurriculars, this, that, and whatnot, just because my friends were there. And I didn't even think about whether it would be helpful for my own self, whether I would love it in the long run, whether it will be helpful to increase my skill set or something, but nothing. It was supposed to be fun and all good because my friends were there. And trust me, it was. It was for a few weeks and months and it goes on. But there was something missing, right? And when I introspected, it was me. I was missing in that journey. So, and then slowly CIAs, exams uh, started to creep in, and I was exhausted with all the things that was happening. And so I had to take a big time out for myself. And I might sound like a saint right now, but I began this journey of going into myself and just finding out who I was. So trust me, that was the best thing that happened to me ever. And so I took time and I just found out myself. And so we all preach, right, that time is so important. Time is that and time is this. You only have 24 hours a day and you can't get it back. But just introspect, just think that how much of time have you given yourself lately? And if time is the best gift you could give it to somebody, why not give it to yourself? So, so all I have to say, you guys, is be your own self, find out yourself, and never let that person go away. So do not try to fit into something like I did. And so be your own self and be that one irritating piece of puzzle which you have a hard time fitting in always. And and then slowly I joined clubs and activities which I was interested in. And to be honest, Praveen Kenneth Chair on Leadership was the first organization I joined on my own interest because it was interesting to me and not because my friends were here or something. But of course, I made some amazing friends out here, and it is so much fun to be here and you know lead the lead the leader within yourself. We all are leaders within ourselves. So that's what I learned about in PKCL, and I would love to have all of you guys join us. And so this was some little snippet of my journey. I hope you all got something out of it. So saying this, I would like to pass it on to Hannah.
Thank you, Nishita. Is my video and audio visible and audible? Okay, thank you. So my name is Hannah, and I'm a second year student of journalism, psychology, and English literature. Yes, it's a mouthful, and I'm here to tell you the in and out of Praveen Kenneth Chair on Leadership. So Praveen Kenneth Chair on Leadership was actually was formed by an alumni of Christ named Adnan Praveen Kenneth, hence Praveen Kenneth Chair on Leadership. And it was first developed as a leadership club for faculty to develop their personal and social leadership skills. However, 4 months ago, some students decided to make it a student initiative, and it has now grown to become a platform for personal growth outside the academic curriculum. Every Friday, members of Praveen Kenneth Chair on Leadership, such as me, Nishita, Stakar, and maybe all of you guys, meet every Friday to discuss about any topic under the sun, from the purpose of life to imposter syndrome. And before the exams, it was about exams. And we encourage opposing views and ideas through active listening and mutual respect. It is a judgment-free psychological safe space to unleash the leader in you by developing public speaking skills and self-confidence. I can personally vouch for the last objective because I was and still am an introvert, but here I am giving an orientation to you guys. I leave it to you all to introspect about the influence of Praveen Kenneth Chair on Leadership to you guys and hand over the virtual mic to Sudhakar.
Hello all, once again I'm here to bore you guys again. Okay, so one thing which came in my mind, I don't know why didn't it come in your mind, but the question, why am I sharing my experience with you? What will it help you, man? How can it help you? Any answer? Okay, fine, I will wait for your answers definitely, but then what is my answer to this question as a senior? Now actually let me reveal my identity. I am Sudhakar Kumar from third year JP English, journalism, English and psychology. That's really nice. I'm getting lovely replies. Oh, so we learn without experience. Okay guys, that's great listening to you guys. Okay, to be honest, this is so chill. Fine. Okay. Why am I sharing my experience or our experience as second years and third years with you is because we want you to know that anything and everything which is coming further, like next, will be a normal thing for you. Maybe it will be it won't be normal for you right now, but once you accept it and go ahead, it will be 101% normal for you. You know what? It will create that what do I say? Uncomfort. Yeah, it will create that uncomfort within you That space will be uncomfortable, I'm 101% sure. But then magic only happens when it is uncomfortable. You know what? The best satisfaction which you can ever get is turning that uncomfortable space to a comfortable space. Okay, this is what we do in Pravit Kenneth Chair on Leadership. Now, let me share my experience. Okay, because enough. Let me also speak about my experience. It's good to hear from you guys. Now, actually, I have a different experience. I want to take you all back to my own childhood. Fine. So basically, what happened down the line in, like, I think so when I was in fifth standard, I used to love this chocolate biscuits. Those cream ones. That time it was called as special. Right now, I think it is called as bounce. So it came for just 5 rupees, and that was my pocket money that time. And whenever I used to be happy and in a mood to celebrate, I used to go buy it off, eat it alone. I used to not give it to anyone over there. Fine. So now one day came, this guy, Sudhakar, turned as a monitor of the class. Now, I was pretty chill. I was like, I am the don of the class. You have to listen to me, otherwise, you're gone. I will make the rule, I will break the rule, I can do anything and everything, but you can't. Okay. So, this was my attitude. I thought a leader is a person who is always there, to just lead his team and all. Whatever he has to say, everyone has to follow. And that time I saved my five rupees for 2 months, and I bought a badge also which had a monitor written on it, a red color badge with a white MONITOR on my chest, and I was like, proud Sudhakar, proud leader. And then now I come to Pravin Kenneth Chair on Leadership. First slap I got. That bro, listen, this is not being a leader. This is a dictator, yaar. This is completely not being a leader. And then I realized, okay, leadership is not something, to lead someone, to guide someone. It's not only that. It's about understanding yourself. In this lockdown, you must be confused that, okay, how can I be leader right now? The leader, you can be a leader right now by understanding yourself better and better every day. If you understand your strong points, your weak points right now, then you will get that capability to judge anyone out there. What is his right point? What is his understanding about things? What is he feel? What does he feel? All those things. So just try to understand yourself. There is a leader within each and every one. Maybe he's an introvert, maybe he's an extrovert. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. And here at Pravin Kenneth Chair on Leadership, we not only learn from our peers. Definitely, this is one factor which we always considered really great, and you know what? It's one of the best way of learning, and that is peer learning. I completely agree with that. But at the same time, we need guidance. It's always cool to neglect teachers and just have conversation, but then it's not correct to neglect them. It's always good to involve them and talk to them coolly. So here at Pravin Kenneth on Chair on Leadership, we invite each and every one of you to share your own experience, to learn, to explore, to experience, and just rock it, yaar. Now, I'm done with it. I'm open for, we all the panelists are open for your questions. Now, I would request Sam sir or Sam sir to kindly read it out to us, if that's okay.
Yeah, so here's what I want to, here's a question that's really interesting. It's a question by Shitij. And I like the way Shitij from first year has asked this question. I really do. Honestly, when I was selected for Christ, I was very excited. But now, when I get to know my classmates, I'm literally dumbstruck. I have classmates who are already part of some NGO or an initiative, and some are already kind of expert at stock market. I am literally totally blank, and I have no idea what to do or where to start from. Though I have already registered myself in a couple of clubs and CSA, but expect that this guide me, to make the most, please guide me to make the most out of my Christite experience? I think that's a very honest, plain, innocent, and beautiful question. So I will open it up to somebody who remembers their first day and how it was. And if you really felt what he said and you connect with the experience, you go ahead and unmute yourself and speak, panelist, one of you. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Shashwat.
Yeah. Hi. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I got super excited after reading that question because the relate level was on another like it was on another level when I read that because God, I would not like to use a cruel phrase, but I will. I felt so inferior when I got to Christ because, like he said, some people in his class are stock market experts. I had college captains and athlete, like super athletes and amazing people in my class, while I was just, hi, my name is Shashwat, and I'm from Lucknow. That's all I had to say. That's how kind of it went. So it's fine because there are always people who have like done way more things than you have, and it's totally fine. You don't need to rush into anything like, oh my God, if he's an expert in stock market, I will go and make myself an expert in stock market straight away. You don't need to do that. Do what you have to do. Just do it to the best of your ability and stay happy while doing it. If you're not happy doing it, then don't do it. Trust me, I tried. I tried like one of my classmates, like he was an expert in what was that thing? I'm so sorry. Yeah, he was an expert in football. I like a phenomenal football player, and I got super jealous. I'm like, you know what? I'll show you how I can play football. I didn't like football. I got hurt a lot. I got hit in the face with the football, and I did not like it. So just do what you like. If it makes you happy, go for it. Do it to the best of your ability, and don't worry about this thing. It's fine. It's totally fine. Thanks.
Shashwat, if I may add on. Uh, so I remember that when I first joined in, same thing. People, so I'm from BCom SFH, right? So we had national level, international level athletes, people who already had their businesses at the age of 18. And I thought, you're supposed to be a normal kid who just got there from high school or something, and, a normal, just a normal kid. And I was like that. But to be very honest, it doesn't matter after like 3 years now if I tell you that, those guys had done something that great and I was just a normal kid out there. It didn't really matter, right? And also don't run after credits or achieving things in college. Just go after making experiences for yourself and stories for yourself. Because if you do that, then achievement will follow no matter what you do. So just that.
So can we have the next question?
Yeah, Mehak, that was beautiful. Can you just mute? Yeah, Mehak, that was. Zaka, thank you. That was beautiful. Just the way you connected with people and asked them to journey with their experiences and how everything excellence will follow. That was just nice. Thank you so much for sharing that, Mehak, just from your heart. Somebody said this, Tarun, is it okay to join in the first semester? They're probably feeling overwhelmed with all these different orientations and classes and new atmosphere. And guess what? You guys are fortunate. You at least had college open. You could see each other. Poor guys, these guys have to be online and plus so much going on, right? And so he's saying, is it okay to join in the first semester? I don't know, So what do you guys think about that? So anybody wants to take that?
So I think Priya would be the right person to answer this.
Okay, thank you, Sudhakar. So, hi guys, this is Priya. I am not one of your panelists, but I am a member of PKCL. And I think any time is the best time to join PKCL, and the earlier you do it, the better you would be. Because one of my friends said to me once that she wished that she had joined PKCL in the first semester itself, because then she would have been a better person, and maybe she could have done her CIAs in a much better way. So I was like, oh my God, because that was a huge compliment not only for PKCL but for herself, that she has been able to like develop herself in just like 2 months. And mind you, this was a compliment just after 2 months of joining her PKCL. So I was like, wow, that's really amazing. And I was like, okay, Prajita, maybe you missed it now, but now is the time that you learn more. and you join us for the meetings. And she actually does. Even during our exams, she was there in the Friday meetings and she was like talking to us. And she actually said ki we gave our exams in a much, much different manner, like because earlier we always used to think ki, oh, we have to study and take exams and all. But there was one thing that hit us during our meetings, during our exams, that being a student, our profession is to study, and our income is the marks. So if you don't want a low paycheck, then why do you want low marks? Because if a software engineer works in an IT company, he wants high paycheck. Similarly, when you are a student, why do you want low marks? So for that, you have to work, just to study, which is so simple. But we never connected in that manner. So I think the earliest is the best, I would say for you. And I think, and we would make, and it's not like you would be overburdened with anything in PKCL because we don't have a curriculum or a syllabus, something to cover. It goes at your pace, and we'll make sure कि in the process you develop yourself the most because our focus is servant leadership. Please don't be boggled down by the name of leadership because people have a wrong perception of leadership, and this is what we want to change. Because this is a student volunteer body, so you know ki how much of a leader we are and how much we are not. We know each other's flaws very nicely and very properly. So it's the best time to join PKCL, like right now. This is the moment for you. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
Okay. There's a question here, guys, and it says, this is by Kavish Kumar, and it says, how did you guys cope with your anxiety? Like the very first day of college, would be like, how will I make friends? What clubs would I join? How will I manage things and stuff like that? Anybody wants to take that one? Hannah, I see your hand. Go ahead.
Hi, Kavish. Welcome. Thanks for joining this webinar. And I honestly, like in high school, I had very few friends, like very few, and I was super introverted, and I was really anxious to join college. But what I realized is on the first day, I made myself talk to everybody in class. I sat with few people in the beginning of the college, but my friends are so different. And I just want to tell you that I know it's anxious and you're super anxious right now. You don't know how to make, but take a deep breath in and start and like just try to slowly start talking to people. Like just say, hey, what's you doing? Where you from? Just slowly start talking, find your comfort zone, and slowly you'll make friends. Trust me, you will, because Christ is a place for all kinds of people. And trust me when I tell you that, all kinds of people. And what club should I join? How will I manage this? What clubs to join? The good part of like PKCL and some organizations is like you can join any time of the day. Like we'll put out numbers right now, and if you feel really overwhelmed right now and you don't want to join, that is perfectly fine. And any meeting that you are comfortable, you can join then. So there are few clubs like that where you can join anytime, and it's all up to you. I would say from the experience that to join one or the other club, but if you're really overwhelmed, I'd say take one step at a time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
guys, I can see
Um,
so many questions in the chat
So
box.
here, feel free to read it, Karina. If there's something you pick it up.
Okay.
I have one that I point out, and I'll just quickly bring that up, and you'll be ready for the next one. I want to bring this up because Ayush Singh has said, this is our first year, but it is so sad that it has to be online. And we feel so disconnected. How do we connect? Can somebody talk about 3 months back, really, how did Pravin Keniche work through this challenge of online and this pandemic situation?
Okay, guys. One thing which I have felt in this 3 months is we know that we all know that we are actually having this phase when we are completely virtual. From real, we have converted back to virtual, and this is one of the reasons why we are not like we are ignoring our mental health right now. Fine. In my this orientation, I just one of the orientation I was giving today. So this thing came in. So there was a phrase which I used over there, and that was "boond boond se ghada bhadta hai," which means you have to start from the very small thing and reach out to the maximum. So in this situation, what we can do is we can talk, we can interact, we can try to understand like each other. You know, it's not practical to go back to physical like college, right? CL, what we do is we talk to each other, we try to understand each other, we talk on issues which are actually quite heavy, like plan is important, sorry, planning is important, plan is not. This is one of the heaviest issues. Second thing, we also talk about some very light issues, that do we actually need exams? So if you have regular conversation with people out there, with all of us, you can actually feel connected. I completely understand and agree to your point that actually this is the time when you're not connected that well, but you can give a try.
Pointed out a very important thing. You know, all of us are saying that just go out there and do things and all of that. But I think at the same time, it is very important to make sure that you're okay, right? That you're not just bogged down with all the information that you're getting. As important as it is to make experience, make sure that you're okay, right? And just to pro tip, something that I did in my first semester. So as I told you, I wanted to do a lot of things in college, okay? And there were so many clubs and orientations and this and that. So what I did was I joined those clubs. First of all, those were that were voluntary, right? Voluntary means that I can go in and get out whenever I want to, and there are a lot of clubs like that. And second of all, I took up things that are short term in nature. So I had two clubs that were voluntary first of all, and like full time organizations. And then I kept going for competitions and different things. So first I made sure that there's no obligation from my side to somehow just commit myself to something. And second, I got the experience that I wanted to. And all the people out there who think that probably first STEM is not the right time to do something, just sit down and chill and take in. Just make sure that you don't regret this after some time, because I know so many people who do that. First year is the best time to go out there and explore things, because as and when you go to your second year and third year, there's just too much to handle, I would say. And plus, when you're in your first year, you get a lot of opportunities. People are welcoming. People are like, she's the first year, let me tell her this, let me tell her that. You'll get opportunities out there, you'll meet new people. So don't give so just make sure that you take a break, but also go out and reach for things. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, a short one-liner. This is a place where we don't say you that how you do things or what you do like what do you do. We ask you first of all, how are you? That is really important.
So we can take maybe one or two questions real quick. But this is an interesting question by Dion D'Souza. And I'm just mentioning your name because I want to respect that you took the effort to ask the question. Thank you, Dion. What's the difference between high school and university environment? Very simple question. What's the difference between high school and a university environment, at least psychologically, he says, And so anybody feel free to take that question if you want to, all right? Because he's probably transitioning from high school. Maybe he's coming from school which has 11th, 12th and into university life. And so he's saying, what does that mean psychologically to me? So I even open this to Rashi. Anybody else, whoever wants to take this question, that's an important question.
So I can totally get this because I came from an all-girls school, and till my 12th I was in all-girls situation. And then Christ was a bit overwhelming, I would say. So the basic difference is the comfort zone. So the comfort zone you get at a school level is it's very warm. Teachers are always there to take care of you. And in university, you're just thrown into, and you have to, like lead your own path. So I think that's the major difference, where you are independent in a university, and at the high school level, you're always dependent on someone, teachers, friends, or anybody. There's always that comfort back of your head. In university, it's like a direct entry into the world, like a stepping stone into the world. So I think that's the major difference, and you will learn to cope with it when you are in a university.
To add on, like if I had, for example, 40 people in my class in high school, right? All of us pretty much had the same journey, 11th, 12th did the same things, had the same opportunities. And we probably, all of us were at the same pedestal after those 2 years. But But university is different, You have so many opportunities out there. In high school, everybody's pretty much the same. You do things, you don't do things. Nothing actually matters till by the end of your 12th grade. But college is different. What you do here, the kind of place that you create for yourself here, matters a lot, because a person who's in my class, we didn't probably do the same thing because there's so much to do out there. And today, both of us are at extremely different levels as people. And I'm not saying only saying that in terms of the jobs we'll get or anything, but even the kind of growth that I've seen in myself. Also, college is a place, you need to create a safe space for yourself. You need to find people, who are out there who will take care of you even when you're low. Okay. And that is why joining clubs is another very important thing, because you meet like-minded people. You meet people who will be there for you. You'll meet people who understand you in a way or other. So that's extremely important. That is how these two platforms or these two places are extremely different.
Thank you, Mehak. That was very beautiful. I think you connected. We've got 3 more minutes. I'll just ask one small question, but it's more like here is a leader. We have a leader. We have many leaders among us, but this is what we do in Praveen Kennett Chair of Leadership. And so there's a question by Shreya, India. She's asking us, do you have webinars like this every Friday? I think that's a leader suggesting something, right? That's what people do. Do you want it every Friday, Shreya? Come, initiate, throw ideas. One of the things about Praveen Kennett Chair of Leadership is it's not we come with an agenda. Somebody else asked that. What do you guys do? Is it just a club? You bring your ideas and we'll make them action points. You can make them action points that you can learn, you can experience leadership practically. That's what Praveen Kennett Chair of Leadership is. It's been a honor to have this panelist. To be very honest, they have poured their experiences here. I'm going to ask Rashi, who is part of the Praveen Kennett Chair of Leadership. She's a staff. The only reason I say staff is to identify her. When we are in the group, we are all equal. I just want to thank her also for being here. Rashi, if you want to have any closing statements, just sort of respect for the people, you can say anything. We are happy to hang out here, guys. We leave that to you. If you want to hang out, we can talk. But out of respect, we'll close at 6. You're welcome to leave. If you want to be here, we can hang out for another 5-10 minutes. That's fine. But Rashi, yeah.
And today, when I was seeing all of you speaking, I was like, I was surprised to see the way you guys are doing. So it could be the next slot will be among you. You all will be here, and it is like a chain moving. And me and Sam are more than happy because we are seeing this growing. And when we don't grow, you die. I feel like that. So you guys are growing, and that's what I can say. Just keep on growing, don't die. Okay. And PKCL is a platform to grow in whichever way. You can be a mango tree, you can be a apple tree, you can be a banana tree, whatever tree, but grow. Okay. And that's it. Thank you.
I just want to address one question. In 1 minute, I will answer this because actually I related to this person a lot. Shifa Anjum asked, I'm an introvert and shy to speak to people. Is PKCL a correct place to be and improve my communication skills? So Shifa, I relate to you a lot, and you can ask any one of these panelists out here. Trust me, I was a super shy and introverted person, and I found it really difficult to come out and speak to people. But after joining PKCL, I was able to conduct my first webinar ever and do public speaking, which is something I can't even do a CIE in class. Like I had a law CIE to stand up in front of my class and speak, but I could not do that. But joining here, I really came out of a shell, was able to do public speaking, and I'm still talking to you right now with such a big audience. Trust me, it's one of the biggest accomplishments. It may be small to some of you, but to me, it really changed a lot. So that's all I'd like to say. Sorry for taking extra time.
Okay, guys, coming to the concluding statement. Before that, I would like to say you guys that our link is on the group, on the chats. You can go register yourself. Any issue, any kind of problem, you can share. You can talk to us. Our number will be displayed over there. And now, finally, to conclude, I would like to say you guys that this is the platform where you can come, fall, stand up again fall, again stand up, but that day will be one day when you will actually get up and you will achieve what you want to achieve. Fine. So at the end, you are never too old to set another goal and to dream a new dream. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining us.